Okay, let's look at string concatenation. So, string concatenation is simply joining strings. So there are various ways we join strings. One of them is using the plus symbol or the plus operator. When you use a plus operator in strings, the JavaScript engine joins them. So let's create a simple variable here. You can use single quotes or double quotes, doesn't matter. We should see a joined string in the console anytime from now, and there you have it. So how do we add spaces within this string? Well, just go to the string literal and just hit space, and that will create a space in your result. There we go. Next, let's see how we can concact strings using the plus equals operator. So how the plus equals operator works with the string concatenation, it joins variables with strings, right? You can join a variable with a string. Let's see that in an example, quick example here. Sorry. So let's see what we get in the console. Wait for it. And there you have it. You have the first string literal passed to the my variable, then we add a string to our variable. So that's what the plus operator does. And remember that concatenation does not add spaces for you, so by default they're all attached. So if you want spaces, you have to put the space for yourself. And wait, great. And there you have the space. Next, let's look at how we can mix strings with variables with the plus operator. So how do we mix strings with variables? So we declare a variable, assign it a string as we did before, but instead of using a plus equals operator, we add the variable with the string within our string literal. How? Let me show you. So let's create a simple variable here. Let's say Benny. Now let's create another variable. Remember, add spaces for yourself. Now we can add the variable. And we should see, hello Jenny, welcome to J for JavaScript. And there we have it. So that's how we mix variables with strings using the plus operator, string concatenation. Next, we'll look at how we append variables to strings with the plus equals operator. So we have seen how to concatenate strings with the plus operator. We have seen how to concatenate strings with the plus equals operator. We've seen how to mix strings with variables using the plus. So now let's look at how we can append variables to strings with a plus equals operator. If that's confusing, it's going to make sense in a moment. So just as we concatenated strings with a plus equals operator, we're going to do the same thing, but this time assigning our strings to variables. All right, what do I mean by that? This is what I mean. And now we should see hello world in the console. Great. So now what we did, we used variables to assign to we joined variables using the plus equals operator instead of using strings, as we saw in the previous video using the previous example using the plus equals operator. As I said, concatenation does not provide user spaces, so you have to provide the spaces yourself if you want to have space in your word. Wait for it. And there we go. Now, for example, this example of mixing strings with variables with a plus operator, we can rewrite that using simply the template literals. Let's copy this and show you how easy it is. Just wrap all this literal, remove the plus, similar to what we did in the previous function example. Wrap the name variable in the dollar symbol on curly brackets, which again, string interpolation. And great, we get the same result. If you don't believe me, let us change this to, and let's see what we get in the console.